If you guys have kids, please tell me that sometimes their rooms look like this because it's a little bit embarrassing. But I wanted to show you guys the reality of a kid's bedroom sometimes. I have two girls that share a room. One is 14, one is nearly 11, and they are given the responsibility to keep their room clean. Trust me, but their version of clean and my version of clean aren't the same. And honestly, it has been a while since I've went into their bedroom and I've actually did a deep clean like this, as you can tell. Certainly, it was in desperate need for it. But they are also at the age where I do try to give them some privacy unless I feel like I need to go in there for whatever reason and do something like this. When they were younger, I would be much more involved with their bedroom and making sure their laundry was done and put away, and the clothes that were too small were donated, and their toys were organized, and their bed sheets were changed and washed. But now I kind of just give that responsibility to them, and sometimes it certainly gets neglected. Now, of course, kids just make messes. No kid is going to be perfect. Kids are going to make a mess, and that's okay. Just clean it up when you're done. I'm okay with mess every now and then, but when it comes to trash, when it comes to filth, no, absolutely not. My girls are night and day different. The older one is a lot more organized. She keeps things a lot more clean. She puts things away where they belong. She takes the initiative in a lot of ways. The younger one, however, is the complete opposite. She loses things often. She does not care if she's sleeping in mess or not. The other day, she got in the car and she was wearing a shirt that was extremely wrinkled. And I asked her if it was clean or it was dirty. And she said, I don't know. So if you guys have more than one child, let me know. Are they very different or are they a lot alike? Cleaning this bedroom did seriously take all day, and partially because I do have two younger boys. I have a toddler and an infant, so I do have to stop often and take care of them. But it is interesting after you deep clean how much stuff that you actually find that your girls kept saying were lost. I found tons of socks that they supposedly did not have anymore, tons of hangers that they supposedly could not find, and the list goes on and on and on. And honestly, they're at the age now where they're not really into toys too much, and so they don't really have a lot of toys. My younger one is obsessed with art, and honestly, she's really good at it. She's so creative. She can create anything out of nothing. She loves paper. She loves scissors, markers, crayons, tape, gallons of tape, and she just creates and creates. So I know that's where the majority of the mess comes from, but otherwise, I'm just very confused how they still manage to have such a messy room. As you can see today, I did a lot of vacuuming, a lot of mopping, a lot of organizing. I went through their clothes, and I was able to get an entire bag of donations, clothes that were too small for them. I even got a bag of pillows, a bag of stuffed animals, and probably at the end of it all, about 3 or 4 bags of trash. I also decided just to go to Walmart and buy them each a new set of sheets and some new pillows. Walmart had a sale on their twin sheets. They were only $6 a set. So I definitely could not pass up that price. So I brought them home, I washed everything up, and hopefully when they come back, they can enjoy a clean room, a clean, organized space, some nice, fresh, clean sheets, and some new comfy pillows. At least I hope they'll be appreciative anyway. These cubed bins are absolutely fantastic. Right now, they kind of use them as a dresser, and it works great. They have a cube for shorts, a cube for leggings, a cube for jeans, for pajamas, and the list goes on. And it works wonderful. Honestly, I think it's easier than assembling an entire dresser, and you can pick whatever color you want as far as the cubes go. So it's super cute and super personal. I did first get the cubes when they were a lot younger, and they had all their toys in a giant toy box. It drove me insane. They didn't even know what they had, and it was such a mess. And so the cubes kind of help organize their toys a little bit. Now, I'm not saying that they never put anything in there that shouldn't be. The cubes still allow for them to hide certain things and to just make a mess and just throw whatever in them. But for the most part, they really have worked in our favor, and I like them a lot better. I did not get a video of me going through all their clothes because I feel like it literally took about 50 hours to do all of that, but I did organize their entire closet. I pulled out all their shoes, I dusted everything, I mopped and I vacuumed, and I even organized their sides. They each have a side of the closet. And so now they have all their short sleeves in a space, long sleeves. Then at the top, they have their dresses and their hoodies and their coats. So we shall see how long that lasts. This is an entire pile of dirty clothes. My oldest daughter actually does their laundry, which helps me immensely, and I am so grateful that she does that. But my husband and I were just talking this week, and we are going to start having our 11-year-old do her own laundry as well. So I was kind of sorting the baskets so that they knew which basket to take to the wash. And now here, my little baby, he gets to come and help, and he was thoroughly enjoying watching mommy do this entire process. At this point, the end was in sight. Hallelujah. One final sweep and one final mop. I love the mop that I use, by the way, because literally you can just take the head off and throw it in the washer when you're done. And I was quite shocked because the mop water really wasn't that dirty when I was finished, and it had been a very long time since I deep cleaned the room like that and actually mopped the floor. Now everything's starting to come together, and I'm getting their brand new sheets out of the dryer and taking them upstairs and putting their beds together. This part is always exciting for me because not only am I just about finished with all the hard work, but I can also see the outcome of that hard work. I always use a mattress protector on every mattress in the house, especially on a kid's mattress, even beyond the toddler years. Let's be honest, kids are kids, accidents happen, spills happen, kids get sick. So I always protect the mattresses, and it just helps them last so much longer. I would love for each girl to have their own room, but the house that we currently live in is just not conducive to that, so we just make this work. We have tried many different ways to divide the room and to give each child their own section. It doesn't really work in the end, so if you have any ideas, please just let me know. But otherwise, I really hope that you enjoyed this video.